peer learning kind of case of how a broken telephone can really is not a good thing. So this patient came in with abdominal pain, and I forget how they ended up straight with MRI, but they did. So this is the T280 sequence. It's not a subtle finding of this big mass.
Did the patient have surgery before?
Just,
I want to see it.
Sorry?
Did the patient have surgery before?
They did. They did. So what do you think?
Properly?
Say it again?
Was the count accurate?
Yeah, it looks like a retained
That is-
towel, like Gossypiboma kind of situation.
Right. Right. So this is a cool case of Gossypiboma NMR, but the peer learning aspect of it is the following. How I don't know. This is not my case, but it might as well have been, because I'm guilty of it all the time. Where you kind of look at the impression very carefully to make sure things are done correctly, but then you kind of skim through the body of the report, right? So in this case, the impression said Gossypiboma. It was spelled correct, but in the body, the text was unedited and it said classic hygroma.
Oh.
It was a typo, right? So in impressions it was Gossypiboma, but in the body report they didn't pick up the typo. So it says classic hygroma. So the patient was sent then for follow-up CT with indication of abdominal mass plus lymphangioma on MRI. Okay.
Did you say
So this was
classic hygroma?
Yeah. Classic so somehow classic hygroma ended up into lymphangioma. That I don't know how, but that was an indication.
But isn't a hygroma a lymphangioma?
Is it?
Yeah, like the cystic hygroma that babies get? That's a lymphangioma.
Right.
It's just it's like a different name for it.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least one mystery solved how to jump from this month. Anyway, so indication for this thing was lymphangioma. So the person who read the CT saw the indication and read it as lymphangioma. So the patient, well, the sad part is, or
towels and sponges that don't have markers on them. There's a metallic marker on them.
Say it again.
They're not supposed to use towels and sponges that don't have radiopaque markers on them.
Right. Well,
I
have to say we do have a pretty large population who comes. From
that capsule around it, Victoria, makes me think that maybe it's also in a bag.
I don't know,
okay,
but I'll tell you what.
We've had a couple of routine surgical specimens that were literally in bags, and it was like a rectum in a bag that we forgot in the patient, or a gallbladder in a bag. And it's a known it's a known complication of laparoscopic surgery, because they basically put it in a bag and then tuck it away because they don't want to open the trocar site and remove their specimen, and then they forget it in there.
Okay, so this is the QA kind of part of the story. Because they thought this was an actual mass, they resected part of the colon. So they went in, they resected part of the colon and part of the small bowel, which was unnecessary. And the patient then later came in with small bowel obstruction, and it's a big kind of QA issue now. Although radiology is really not the one who left the towel in, but so I guess the point here is that first take a look at what Gossypiboma looked like on MRI, because I think this is the first time I've seen it on MRI.
I've seen it.
But more importantly, this is an example how really what we say in the report sometimes can bite us. And I'm the first one to admit that I skimmed the body of reports a lot of times without detailing it. So there's a true danger in that.
One other tiny point is Gossypiboma is Gossypib means cotton in Greek or something.
Right.
And most of these are not made out of cotton anymore. So the new term is textiloma, which I think is a little bit better in general anyway, because Gossypiboma would easily be not transcribed properly and might not even be understood by people who are not, like instead of using these like fancy terms, it'd be better to just be like retained foreign body or like retained towel.
Agreed. If you.
But I think it's beyond just retained foreign body. Whoa, hold on, sorry. I think sorry. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, my PAX decided to. I think it's the term is not just retained foreign body, it's the collection that forms around the foreign body. I think that's why it's called Gossypiboma.
Yeah, but you can say like not within a collection, but I just find that like when we use terms, like sometimes a lot of these other specialties don't even use these terms,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Highfalutin with our radiology speak, and we'd be better off dumbing it down a little bit, trying to, the language that normal doctors use instead of like trying to be the highfalutin radiologist sometimes.
I don't know. I just like the word Gossypiboma, but I completely agree with your point. Okay. One more.
And they have to run and look things up, right?
Yeah, like when I write like von Meyenberg complex or,
Right. No.
Like, what is that?
All right. Well, Nellie, do we